What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today, once again, I'm gonna talk about baking. How I got into baking, where it all started, um, all that good stuff. Y'all gonna have to disregard that I say a lot because I know a lot of people gonna come in the comments and be like, I get tired of watching videos on and on. Don't watch this because in the South it's a lot of yes, it's very habitual, if I must say so myself. It's a lot of words down here that are just like and you will see a lot of that watching my videos. So, um, with that being said, let me give y'all the background on how I got started. So, I actually was looking for work when my kids were little, part time, just so that I could be doing something while they were in school. I found this private baker, that was looking for assistant in her bakery. She just needed a baker's assistant. So I was like, let me look into the details. What would I be doing, right? Because I don't know nothing outside of baking them box cakes. You hear me? So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and see what Betty like me to do. So I'm looking at, and she's looking for someone that can manage the systems, assist with checking out customers, possibly prep, which I had no idea what that meant. I worked in food service for 10 years. So I'm like, what am I prepping? I don't know. So anyway, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and apply. It's during kids' school hours. See how I go, right? I applied. She called back. I interviewed. She called back. She was like, I'd love to have you. How soon can you start? I wasn't ready. Anyway, I went on in there. And the first thing they taught me was where everything was located, um, how they go about their day-to-day orders, what I would be doing, which was literally at the end of each week, checking out customers, learning the system. On a daily basis, my job was to prep icing. So I'm like, oh, here's the prep. I can do this. Not realizing how much detail it took to make icing from scratch. Luckily, there was already a recipe there that she had mastered. So I was just following this recipe to the T and making various kinds of icing. So I would make the basic icing and she would go in and add flavors, things of that nature to get the different types that she would sell to the customers. So I would make huge tubs of like 5 gallon. I want to make sure I'm saying it like 5 gallon jugs or tubs of icing. But I would do like 3 to 5 of those a day. So she was really baking in bulk, and her cakes were specialty cakes. So she specialized in fondant. And that was so exciting to me because here I am looking at Cake Boss, also looking at, the various cake shows, watching them like make cakes from scratch into all these crazy shapes and, things, right? So I was like, oh my God, this is so interesting. Here it is. I'm learning this in person. So I'm watching the process. Although I'm making icing, I'm watching her and her assistant decorate wedding cakes, decorate birthday cakes, like sit there and all this detailing. And I'm like, this is so neat. Like maybe I'll look into, doing that with my girls, like on the side, like just have a little fun, right? So after I had been there about 3 months, they had started letting me decorate all the, what I would say, busy work, tedious little things, such as beating the cake. So if it's a wedding cake and someone wants pearls all over the cake, that was so time consuming. They're like, Amber, come put the beads on here. Everywhere you see the, pin cushion holes, put a pearl there. I'm over there putting thousands of pearls on the cake, y'all. So it was a blast. I had a great time. I learned so much. But what I did notice is that she didn't know much about icing. So the assistant was the person that did all the icing cakes. So if someone came in and they were like, hey, I want a wedding cake, I don't like fondant. I want only icing. The assistant was that expert. So I was, oh, okay. I've learned a ton about fondant, but now I don't know how to ice a cake. Like I know I make the icing all day, every day, but how do I use this stuff, right? Outside of what you learn at home, and it's just like you buy the jar and you just throw it on the cake and it melts because the cake's still hot, right? So yeah, I was like, you know what? Um, I'm gonna learn how to use icing. So I wound up looking for more work, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find another part-time job so that I can work both and do what I gotta do. Ooh. So next thing you know, oh yeah. So next thing you know, I was like, oops. I was like, let me try Sam. Let me just see if I can get on at Sam. I used to work at Walmart years and years ago in customer service. Nothing to do with cakes, but I do have food experience. So let me see if I can get in the bakery. They call me back. I'm in the bakery, y'all. So now I'm learning all about icing. I'm making cakes from birthday to wedding to tiered cakes to, I mean, it was all hands on and it was so much experience that now I'm ready to go home and make some cakes on the side, me and the girls. So I taught my oldest how to make icing and she like mastered it. And I taught my youngest at the time how to make fondant and she mastered it. So instead of me now being the specialty cake maker, I didn't have to stop and they were doing the busy work. So I could keep decorating as my orders came in because I got really busy crazy fast unknowingly, but because I was part time, I had the time to make the cake. So eventually I left the baker and I started making cakes on my own and then I worked at Sam. Well, um, with that schedule, it just worked out. I was able to make cakes. I was able to, kids go to school, like, and it was crazy busy. So it was a fun time. I got to learn and teach so much. I got to provide people a great service and awesome cakes that they want from just showing me a photo and I could make it happen in, real time and provide like great quality, product with it not being like an arm and a leg to spend, you know what I mean? So now that I've relocated, I put everything in storage. I'm like, let me take some time away because now my new place is not as spacious because I downsized. And I'm like, I need the space to decorate. And I'm looking into doing a shared kitchen so that I could decorate and, kind of reinvent and bring it back because I actually enjoy it. This time I think I'm going to do classes and do more teaching. Um, and also do things that involve kids, like offer a lot more like kids options for them to come in and decorate and have fun, even if it's like for birthdays or me go visit and do birthday parties and teach decorating, things like that. Because I think that'll be fun. Um, because my kids enjoyed it. Now they're older, so I'm trying to revamp. My oldest is a freaking artist, and I'm like, hey, do you want to help me create a new logo? Do you want to help me, like revamp my bakery? Because it's been about a year and a half now since I've been baking seriously, almost two. And everybody's like, hey, are you still making cakes? I need this, I need that. I'm like, sorry guys, it's in storage. Maybe next year. This year is happening. So I'm ready to pull my stuff out, go through all the stuff that I could, keep as far as like tips and tools and things like that. And of course, I got to start from scratch, make fresh fondant, fresh icing, all that as I get orders. Yeah, so I'm just ready to get back in the groove and start having fun doing that again and teaching how to do that for anyone that's interested. So that is really fun. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys a little bit of that footage soon. I'll probably post some like compilations of previous artwork or cakes I've created, and then, give you guys kind of a glimpse of the history of my bakery and then where we're looking to go. So that's pretty much that. I mean, it's been a fun experience with the bakery and just looking to rebrand and expand. But I'm also nervous at the same time because I'm like, what if it takes off and you're in corporate, as busy as you are, do you have the time? Well, I'm gonna make the time. So that's that's it. I'm gonna make the time. So I'm gonna figure it out because I do still have a huge demand for people asking, like, hey, I need a cake. Like, you need to get back into caking. Like, I need brownies. I need cupcakes. It's like, okay. And yeah, so it's different if I could just go buy the stuff, but people actually like my recipes. So it's kind of like, all right, shake out of it, come out of hibernation and get it together and give these people what they want. So that's what I'm ready to do. And my girls are excited about helping me get back into that. So we're going to have a team. Now I have two new additions, my two littlest ones, and I'm going to teach them. So they're going to help in some kind of way. They're only 3 and 1, but at the same time, they'll be useful and they'll be learning something at the same time. So I love that it's a family thing, and I want to continue to keep it that way because we want to bring what we have to your family. So even if it's not something local, we don't mind shipping it to you. We do have ways of keeping it safe as we ship. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out, leave me a comment, whatever. I'll be happy to chat back with you, give you like whatever I can as far as how I can make that happen for you. Yeah. So that's that, guys. That's a little background on my history of baking and how that came about. And now I do it as a side hustle, but the hustle has to come back. I think 2025 is the year, and we will relaunch and be better and greater and have a team that can sustain the orders that come in. Because I got really busy, and my girls were in school, and so life was life, and it gets a lot for one person. So hey, but here goes, guys. I'd rather give my kids that opportunity to work with me and it be our family business versus them working for someone else and I have to worry about their safety inside of at a cash register and things like that with me having girls. So it's like, I'm good. So work with mama and we're gonna do something fun and provide a service to other people, which makes them happy and smile and then makes their day because it's exactly what they want. So yeah. All right, guys. So if y'all have anything else in mind, I'll be happy to make a video and come to you and bring more feedback. But that is my baking history, how that came about. Look forward to talking to you soon. Feel free to like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate your support. And maybe when I come back, we'll introduce you to my girls. I call them the bigs and the littles. So yeah, I'll be, excited to introduce you to the girls. So yeah. All right, guys. Peace out. Bye.